guys, welcome back to AI with MJ. In this series, I'm gonna start with NeetCode 250 study plan and try to find like tricky interview variants, like how it would be in an actual interview. And for each problem, like I'll start with a brute force approach and then optimize it step by step and finish with a dry run. So it also helps with my understanding and can maybe help you as well. Today's problem is gonna be this first problem, which is concatenation of array. I'm gonna be solving it in CoderPad because most of the time that's what we use in interview. Even though like sometimes we're not able to run the code, but I'm gonna like maybe run the code here for this video at least, and like also come up with my own test cases and edge cases. Okay. So this is the question I'm gonna be pasting, and I'll set a timer for like 15 minutes. Oops, minutes. Okay. So okay, we don't need this part. So given an array numbers of length n, you want to create an array answer of length 2n where answer at index I is equal to nums at okay, and answer at I plus 1 is n is also equal to okay, and for 0 is less than or equal to I, which is less than equal to n. Specifically, answer is the concatenation of two nums arrays. Return the array answer. Okay. If this was the question that was given in the interview, first question would be input. And then second is the output. So here we're given integer array. So since it's an array, it's going to be a list with integers. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5. And this is the length and is equal to length of, let's call it array. And that is array. Okay, that is given to us, and we want to create an output array, which would be 2 times the size of this. Got it? And okay, question would be content in the array. So for this one, it's numeric always. So what is the range of numbers? So we can assume that it would be from 1 to 1000. So no negative numbers. And size of array. So we can assume it could be any. But if we try to be specific, I would just clear with the interviewer with like maybe one is less than like maybe around 1000 uh, would be the size. Also for edge case, um, empty array. Yeah, in this case, no. Okay. S- So, as I mentioned, if this is the array that's given to us, the output here would be 1, 2, 4, 5, and then we repeat again. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. So basically, this doubled the length of the array. Mm, Like one brute force approach that comes to mind is we can have like answer list and then go over array and add it, add to answer, and run this 2 times. So 2 for loops. one other way that we could do this is we can have like an answer variable which could be initialized with 0, and we can multiply it with 2 into n. That is the size of the array, and go over array and append it simultaneously. That is one approach, and there also is like we could just do nums plus like array plus array, which would be what, like just 2n elements. We can also use dot extend. Yeah, can do like multiplication as well. Okay. If I was in the interview setting and this question was asked, this is like I've discussed with the interviewer. For all of these approaches, time would be O of n, and like this one is built in, so we don't really want to use this method. Okay, let's solve it quickly. We can have define array maybe concat array, and we can pass in stuff in case we want to create a class, and then we can name our array nums, which will be a list of integer. And then our output is also a list of integer. Okay, as I mentioned, we are doing this approach. So here our answer is we can initialize it with 0 and it will overwrite it. And n is equal to length of the numbers. So this is what we would do. And this would be into 2 into n. That's what we're going to multiply in, and now we go over all the numbers and nums for I in range n. Yeah, so answer at index I is equal to I. I think, yeah. Oh, it would be nums at I. And then since the whole repetition will happen again, so if suppose in this array there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So at 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the fifth index, that is I plus 1. So answer at I plus 1 will be again nums of I. And then we just return our answer. And yeah, I could just do a quick dry run. Dry run. So let's just assume we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Nums is equal to this. And then our n is equal to length of number, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And our I will start at this pointer. And this was our answer variable. Okay. So when I is at 0, so I equals 0, then answer at 0 index is 1, so we add that to the number. Oh, also our array is 0 initialized, so we can just do 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 4 here and 4 there. Okay. So at index 0, it would be 1. And then also at index I plus 1. Actually, there should be n plus 1, right? Because that's what we want. So which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is where 1 should go. Um, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it should be n minus 1. minus 1. So that is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe just array at n, not minus 1, because that should be here and this is 0 here. Then our I is at 1, so we move the pointer for this. And then we check at 2. So we add it to nums at I and we add 2 here as well because plus 1. And then when I is equal to 3, sorry, we are at 2. So we add 3 here and 3 here. And then when we are at 3, we'll add 4 here and 4 here. That is the end. Yep, that is the end of the. Let me just quickly check with if my code is correct and everything. Okay, I think this is one issue that it should not be equal to equals because that is comparison and not right now we're doing assignment. And also this one would be like not just n, it would be I plus n because for example here I plus n and then that is what we are assigning to. So for example if we were here at 0 then our answer array is also is I and then it should be 1 0 1 2 3 4. This is the place that we wanted to add, so this will be I plus n. Yeah, so when I is equal to 1 then our here index would be 4, so I plus n is equal to 4. Yeah, and I think that is that. Yeah, so yeah, this would take care of the first half of the array half, and this would take care of the second half of the array. And this is the array of size 2. Of size 2. To be specific, we can also like just put this in the bracket. And yeah, that would be all. All right, I think we're within time limit. This was an easy problem. I could not find any variant, but thanks for watching.